Rusty old car plus. Designer shoes had in our cafeteria. Lady was a secret millionaire who paid for 53 kids' college, including mine. You know those crazy school rumors that sound too wild to be true? In our high school, the biggest one was about Mrs. Isabella Rossi, the cafeteria lady. Kids swore she was secretly a millionaire. Like actual rich. We'd all crack up imagining why on earth she'd stand there every day, scooping sloppy joes and soggy fries, if she had stacks of cash hidden somewhere. The rumor started because nothing about her added up. She drove this ancient 1998 Ford Escort that was more rust than metal. The bumper was held on with duct tape, and half the time the engine sounded like it was coughing up its last breath. But then you'd look at her feet. Red bottom Louboutins, sparkly Jimmy Choos, shoes that cost more than my dad made in 2 weeks. Her bags, always Chanel or Hermes, soft leather that screamed money. When anyone asked, she'd just wave it off with that warm Italian accent of hers. Oh, this old thing, found it at a church sale for $5, caro mio. We thought she was either the luckiest thrift shopper alive or completely clueless about brands. But there was more. Mrs. Rossi knew everything about everyone. She knew whose parents were splitting up, whose dad just got laid off from the auto plant, who was skipping meals because the fridge at home was empty. She had this sixth sense for pain. If you were having a rough day, suddenly there'd be an extra slice of pizza that was gonna go to waste anyway, sliding onto your tray. No questions, no pity, just a little wink and a pat on the shoulder. I never paid it much mind. Thought she was just a sweet nosy lady who loved her job. Until my senior year. Everything fell apart in October. Dad's factory shut down overnight. Mom's lupus got so bad she couldn't work anymore. Medical bills piled up like snowdrifts. Some weeks we ate plain rice and ketchup packets for dinner. I started bringing saltine, crackers to school because that was literally all we had left in the cupboard. Mrs. Rossi noticed on day one. She didn't say anything dramatic, just started accidentally making too much lasagna, extra grilled cheese, little containers of homemade cookies wrapped in foil. She'd hand them to me quietly after the lunch rush, always making sure no one else was watching. Eat up, Jordan. Growing boys need fuel. One freezing December afternoon, she pulled me aside near the milk cooler. College applications to Soro. You sending any out? I laughed, but it came out bitter. Can't even afford the $20 fee, Mrs. Rossi. Tuition? Forget it. She just nodded, squeezed my arm real tight, and said, life has funny ways of surprising us. 2 weeks later, my phone rang. A lawyer's office. Some anonymous donor had set up a full-ride scholarship in my name. 4 years at State University. Tuition, dorm, books, meal plan, even a laptop allowance. Everything. I almost dropped the phone. I ran straight to the cafeteria after school. Mrs. Rossi, was it you? She looked genuinely shocked, eyes wide behind her glasses. Me? Oh, honey, I wish I had that kind of money. Must be someone who sees how bright you are. But I caught the tiniest smile when she turned back to the serving line. College was hard, but whenever things got tight, laptop died right before finals, textbooks I couldn't afford. Even once when my car needed emergency brakes, a check would show up in my mailbox. No return address. Just enough to fix everything. I'd call her every time, voice shaking. Another miracle, Mrs. Rossi. And she'd laugh softly. The good Lord works in mysterious ways, Carol. Keep studying. After graduation, I moved to Seattle for my engineering job. Still sent her Christmas cards every year. She'd write back in her beautiful cursive, asking about my new apartment, my girlfriend, whether I was eating enough vegetables, always signed the same way. Love, your cafeteria mom. Last month the call came. She'd passed peacefully at 76. I flew back the same day. The church was standing room only. Hundreds of former students packed the pews, all of us looking around like, wait, you too? That's when her lawyer stood up and read the will. Mrs. Isabella Rossi had inherited $9 million when her husband, a successful businessman, died 21 years earlier. She could have retired to Italy, bought a villa, lived like royalty. Instead, she kept working in our noisy, greasy school cafeteria because she loved the kids. Really loved them. The lawyer then read a list, 53 names. Students she'd secretly put through college over the last 20 years. Mine was number 1. Through tears, he explained how she'd paid every penny. Applications, tuition, rent when someone was short, emergency flights home for funerals, even therapy for one girl who was struggling mentally. She made the lawyer swear to keep it secret until after she was gone. No thank yous, no plaques, no attention, just help. I sat there crying like a baby, clutching the last Christmas card she ever sent me. It read, so proud of the man you've become, Jordan. Keep shining. Love, your cafeteria mom. Now I finally understand the designer shoes. When you spend your life quietly lifting up hundreds of kids' dreams, you might as well walk through it in style.